Today I'm starting a new segment in Tour With Shailesh. This is basically recognizing the women entrepreneurs in the tourism industry, and some of them have done exceptional work, and I would be showcasing their story as individual vlogs. So this will be another series called Women in Tourism, and today I'm going to start the series with Ranjini Nambiar. She is the Managing Director of Footloose Yatra Consultants, which is a tour company based out of Bangalore. She's also the National President for Skal International India. Let's talk and get to know her better and the story, how she came up all the way to where she is now. So Ranjini, tell us the Footloose Yatra Consultants story.
I know, it's very interesting. The name, the conversation starter for me. And it's only because of the song, Kenny Loggins' song, Footloose. I think I was hooked to it while in college. And when I wanted to become an entrepreneur way back in 1999 to be precise, and 2000, I was sitting with the Trikaya Grade people, and they asked me, what's the name you have in mind? And I said, I want people to travel footloose and fancy free. You know, that's the spirit of a holiday. To me, a holiday should be easy. A holiday should be, it should be custom made, but yet should have the ease of traveling, with your mind free. That's where I come into the picture. That's what my idea of a holiday was. So I asked, but I also said, I want a Sanskrit name to the whole thing. So that's when I said, I want something, not a holiday, but not Footloose Holidays. But they said, choose a name. So I said, Yatra was a name. Of course, the Yatra.com came much later. But that's why I put together Footloose and Yatra together. That's the story, how we started Footloose Yatra.
All right. You're basically a tour operator, correct?
That's right.
But why do you call yourself as a consultant?
I know at that particular point of time, when I started in year 2000, we did a lot of MICE. IT was at its peak. It was, in Bangalore, IT was picking up very well. And we started moving with them, and they said, why don't you consult with us on the travel part of our outbound training programs. That's how I added the name when I formed the company. It was called Footloose Yatra Consultants. So to add on more things into my portfolio, to give a broader perspective. That's how it stayed. But now, of late, I'm rebranding myself and I'm trying to move that into just Footloose Yatra.
So almost 2 decades down the line, how do you see the tourism industry evolving?
Tourism industry, I think, has moved to a very informal platform these days. I think the online platform killed a lot of us who had a lot of passion in sitting across customers, where we knew customers on a one-on basis, and when we knew the family holiday to the family anniversaries to birthdays to planning of a vacation. It became a very family affair. It came to a situation where the online platform completely took over. Last 5 years, I would say that the business dipped and we moved in outbound travel. But when we did outbound holidays, outside India holidays, basically what happened was the domestic holidays was definitely gone for us as far as our company was concerned. The division did pretty bad on the domestic front. But I would say my outbound holidays still did very well. For one reason, we moved into an experiential platform at that particular point of time. Because we were always focusing on custom-made holidays. So I figured out customizing a holiday outside India, people are still worried about planning it, doing an online booking. So I think they needed someone responsible to hold on to. So I felt that platform, so I moved into an outbound. I focused a lot on the outbound holidays in the last 5 years. But however, in the last 1 year, 2 years actually, I would say, slowly I can see a lot of my clients who've been with me 10 years back, coming back and starting to rebook and understanding and rebooking on a personal level now. I think there is a change.
Lovely. So over the period of 2 decades, what was the toughest time that you had to go through?
As in any industry, I would say holiday industry is one of the first thing to be affected, because that's a luxury segment. For any family or any corporate, I think the first thing to be cut is a holiday. So I think that's when we always had a struggle on that particular aspect. We used to do a lot of events for them and a lot of offsites for them. When the IT bubble burst, that's when I think we felt the crunch of the industry crumbling down.
Okay. For a woman, it's always tough to balance work with home. How has it been for you?
I would say that it is tough handling with families. Definitely it is a big struggle. But I think right from the beginning I had one thing which I was very strict with. That's after 7. I think I pretty much kept a goal to myself, at a time to myself, to say that I will not attend to any calls after 6:37. I know the industry demands it, until it's a very critical situation, and that way I think pretty much I've been able to stick to my timings within a 9:30 to 7 frame, so that I have some time for my family as well. So I think that's important.
You have 2 sons.
Absolutely.
Are they involved in your business?
No, they're
All
not.
right.
Though the elder one shows some inclination, helps me in the IT segment, though he looks after the social media marketing, helps me somewhere, and does some cold calls for me occasionally. I can see a little bit passion in there, but it's not a wholehearted 100% passion in there.
You're also the national president for Skal International India, and you have been actively involved in the Skal India movement for more than a decade now. How do you see Skal evolving in India? What is the contribution that you are giving to Skal?
Skal, I think, is a passion for a lot of us. When someone invited me to attend a Skal meeting, and I attended a Skal meeting, and that's when I realized, as a travel agent, that for me at that particular point of time, a tour operator, person who saw value, I felt that I had the key decision makers. I saw the GM of the Meridian, the GM of Taj Western, or everybody together, including the airline, Emirates head, to everybody was in one room for me. So for me, I saw a lot of opportunity in there, including the travel media person. Everybody was there in a one luncheon. And I did not think twice, and I signed up for it. And I think my passion remained with Skal ever since 2007. 2010-9, I was invited by the seniors to walk in and help them do events. Skal Bangalore was a good community which would do monthly meetings. And they felt, bringing in a lot of youngsters into the forum at that time, way back, quite young, and they said, come in and add value for you to understand from a different perspective. You need to evolve constantly. There we saw a lot of potential. We added value in it. I joined in as a committee member. I think within 4 years, I was voted as the president of Skal Bangalore. So 2012 to 2014, I was a Skal Bangalore president. And therein I moved into the national level as the second vice president. And now, 2018, took over as the national president.
Ever since you have taken over as the president of Skal International India, what has been your initiatives and how far have you reached?
The past presidents were doing a good job, but definitely I felt we needed to do much more. We had a lot more opportunities, in store for us. Therefore, I felt we needed to increase our visibility. For one, I felt India had huge potential, and I think when we launched our roadmap, we had 2020. When we started off, we were 12 clubs, and one club was in stagnancy, and my goal was to add 7 more clubs. And when I give the reins out, I wanted to have 20 clubs in India, and I think we are on a very good growth. And we have taken 3 clubs. We have started 3 clubs in the last 1 year, and hopefully another one by November, and by Jan 2020 maybe another 2 more. So I guess we are on the right track. More importantly, I think more than increasing our clubs, we needed to give a lot of focus on retention as well. more importantly, we needed to add values in terms of what do you give back to the members. That's been our key focus. So I think we've been managing to do a lot more activities in terms of member benefits.
All right.
The latest being tying up with Vibrant Goa, which was one of the very important MOU which we signed up. One of the key benefits which we are going to give our members, out of the 10 industries this year, the government of India has focused, one of the key industry is travel and tourism. So which means we are on the right track, and having alongside with the other key 10 industries to invite tourism key potential globally into Goa for this conclave would give a boost. And Skal International has been invited to host the particular session, that is one day or half a day session, which we've been asked to, we could have our keynote speakers and we could invite our members to attend this conclave for the 3 days.
So, as a successful woman entrepreneur, what is the message that you would like to give out to all the women out there?
As an entrepreneur, I would say the success comes in with how you've handled your life. You should retain your customers. Focus on your partner. I think mostly you need to have a supportive partner to be a successful entrepreneur. It's how you handle the business. That's important. And if you are strong about it and if you have set your values right in the beginning, that should be your strong point.
All right. Ranjini, it was a pleasure talking to you and wishing you many more successful years ahead.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that was the story of Ranjini Nambiar, and for all those women entrepreneurs, the budding women entrepreneurs who are looking at getting into new profiles, interesting jobs, I hope these tips would help you in building a beautiful career ahead. So wishing all the best. This is Shailesh signing off until the next vlog.